Tracer. Stupid. Defender. Expelliarmus.
Oh, you're out of town, right?
No.
Oh, I thought you were in...
I'm leaving Wednesday.
Oh, good to know. Okay, thank you. Are you in the office?
No.
That's what it was, because I went to look for you.
Oh, that's where I'm hiding.
Hi, everyone.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Morning.
Hi. Morning.
Morning.
Noon. Morning, afternoon.
Happy Monday.
Okay.
Defender. Protector.
I'm gonna preface
Expelliarmus.
of this meeting with it's very heavy on the marketing stuff. We're gonna get templates and workflow.
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
We didn't get a chance. I don't think Tiffany's here yet, is she? Tiffany helped set this up, so she probably included more people than needed to be in this next meeting, but that's okay. But if you guys, if it doesn't apply to you right now in this second, you guys can exit the meeting. Again, it's going to be heavily focused on workflow and templates and kind of introducing what we're doing in the summer. Let me see. Let me just check one more time. Just give it a couple of minutes. Just a couple more.
Accio.
And then this is going to be an interactive meeting, so I'm going to put a link to a shared, to the presentation. What I hope to do in the presentation, if you guys have questions or are not clear, we probably won't finish the presentation in an hour today, so we'll get as much as we can get done today, and then feel free to add a sticky note if you have a question regarding that slide. So let me put that in there now.
Maybe I started the session. I can
thank you.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can drop the link. That'd be great. And then just have an open session. Second.
Accio. Levioso.
When you get into the doc, Abby, when you share your screen, maybe you can reiterate the sticky note.
Yeah.
So we can use that. And then if you have a question or a comment or something, you can add a sticky note. Then we'll have it.
Sorry, I had a silence on my phone, so connection issues, and I had to run out to get my child medicine, so I can't see anyone or anything, so I'm sorry, but Eddie, if you want to just kick it off, I'm so sorry, I'm just not able to log in appropriately right now.
It's okay. I wish all the parents well, a lot of kids, and everyone's getting sick actually, so please take care of yourself. We'll start with that. Okay, people get started. I see most of people are here with a few exceptions. Okay, so we'll get started. I'm gonna get off camera because I'm just gonna be a lot of talking, but I'm here. Let me switch over to, where's share screen? There we go. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, here we go. Can you guys all see my screen? See, okay.
Yep.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
All right, awesome. Please join along the way. Below here, we are in a Fig Jam right now. Below here, you have some tools below that you can use. Feel free to, this little section is a sticky note, grab one, pick a color you want, drag it in, leave me a message on what you'd like to ask about that particular slide. If you rather not put a sticky note and ask out loud, I'll stop at every slide to see if you guys have any questions regarding the slides, and we'll go from there. It's very heavy on workflow, so bear with us. Lots of information to be shared. Okay, great. Everyone's in. I see 17 people in the Fig Jam. Okay, let's get started. Let me make sure I'm in the right place. Yes. Okay, here we go. And I don't know why it doesn't connect here. Okay. Sorry, I'm limited on licenses, so I can't do the flyover today. Okay, workflow. This is where we're going to start today. So last week we talked about assignments. We talked about kind of the transition that's going to take place. This is to focus more on the workflow in general and how we'll be receiving projects into the two teams. So we'll start there. I want to remind everybody that what the general process is now that we have this form. You have a new project that comes in, it's initiated. In the form, you'll see this drop down, and we will go into the form a little bit in the next few slides, but your partners will have sections to choose from, whether they want to revision, edit to an existing item or project, whatever it may be they pick out of here. The form comes into us, then it comes into a board that the production team kind of reviews every day, and we see what the request is. We read it in. From here, we decide, is it a project that that lends itself to strategy or needs to be strategic work that we're doing, or is it a project that goes into ops? So that's just kind of the general overview of what's happening when we get a form. Now, if a project goes into strategy, what happens there? So the goal of the strategy team is they have a lot of steps, and they need to decide what happens when they get a project like this. So initially, because I'm still learning as I've only been here a few months back, but if it's strategy, I message Tiffany, and Tiffany's like, okay, we review the request, we review what the project needs. It's assigned to somebody who's leading kind of the strategy work. So let's say Amanda had a campaign for like a ridership campaign, it gets assigned to her. And then some of the steps, as I've talked to the strategy team of what happens, they create a brief, they put together a project team. That's something new that we're trying to promote more and more.
Mrs.
And that
Twiddle,
means a project
your
team
husband
is
was right.
composed of
The
not
statue
just
was part of
marketing
the
and
puzzle.
design,
Oh,
but what are other
really?
members that need
How
to be
exciting.
associated with that project.
Yes, I had to destroy a number of large vases, and that
you
seemed to
link up
activate some
with
sort
the
of
partners
charm on the
team. Maybe
statue.
they have a
Well
component
done.
into that brief that
Oh,
they
I
need
miss
to add.
having someone like
Maybe
you
there
around
is
with a
for
thirst for
our team,
knowledge
because
and
there's
a
going to be a
quick
press event or
mind.
something related that they're
Well,
going to do
my
or build to learn
curiosity
this
has
for.
been
So there's a
satisfied.
lot of
Thank you for that.
cross
Who knows
collaboration,
what
cross
I'll
functions
encounter on my
put
next
together in that project
constitutional?
team. So that's the role of
Oh,
kind of
my
the
husband
strategist
would
to
be
lead and
so
bring in the right
pleased to know
people.
he was right
Then the
about
brief
that
gets
statue.
approved. We go into creative concept team. Concept review is done, and then many of you have been part of those. And then once that gets all kind of reviewed and approved, the tactical plan gets developed. All of the tactics for that campaign and to get it to where it needs to go are developed. And then we have, kind of the build out. Those tactical elements get developed by the creative team. In kind of this new way of working, depending on how much is coming in, that may be a lot for one designer to do. So the love kind of gets spread out. And we do that even now. We disperse it. And so even though you may be assigned to maybe like a strategy project on the design side, on the design side, we may be moving those around back and forth, depending on how we need to address kind of what's needed. I saw a hand up. Sorry, I didn't see who it was.
It's me. Hi,
Yes.
Michelle.
Yes.
So I'm seeing creative concepting above tactical plan development. I'm not sure how we're going to do creative concepts without knowing what the tactics are. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, and maybe Tiffany's online or Amanda, because what I've seen is now we kind of start, like at least for the holiday campaign, what I saw was that you kind of think of what's the concept overall. kind of the brief gets reviewed, and then that kind of creative concepting happens, develop more for look and feel. But Tiffany, Amanda, anybody there? Sorry, can't see.
Actually, I think the creative does actually happen with the tactical piece, and what we're starting to do now is actually bring in design sooner into it, so more of a it just depends on what type of campaign it is, but we can modify that because I understand what Michelle's saying.
Oh, okay.
Right now, SLT, when they see a tactical plan, they want to see content. So we're starting to kind of marry the two, for lack of a better word, happen at the same time. So we can kind of modify that.
I just add to that too, though, that based on the strategic brief, once we've identified who we're trying to, what we're trying to do, who we're trying to reach, and have some insights from the research that tells us what potential benefits or hooks that we may want to, use to start thinking about creative concepts. I would defer to your process, but part of that work can happen in parallel, just in terms of digesting the brief and those kind of hooks and insights from that, the research, and beginning the process of sketching or whatever it is that could lead to kind of an overall concept or hook for the creative hook for the campaign. And then, based on the tactical plan, there is the execution of that creative concept across whatever specific tactics are there, and that can be a continuation of that process. But we would like to start initiating that thinking and that process of developing creative, so we don't have to wait until we have a tactical plan to initiate that process. That whatever can be done to kind of front load the thinking and the process would be, I think, helpful in terms of improving our timeline.
Thank you, guys. Any other questions on this slide? Okay,
welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howin. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howin's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Ah!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue.
The production team.
You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience.
The production team will do that. You don't need briefs if it's a single item, one item deliverable. I mean, you guys probably already know that, but I just wanted to reinstate that. If a request comes in with multiple deliverables, because I've seen that. I know that some of you have sent the form to your partners,
lovely.
And we're getting requests.
I'm sure he feels
already.
much better.
This is why it's important that
I think he might be hungry.
I've seen forms.
Would you mind giving him some beast feed?
I've already seen forms where the partner just is not clear on what they're asking, and so we'll go through this transition point where we'll teach them how to use the form correctly. But if you do,
what do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes him.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition and cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast.
again,
And
that would just
please,
go the task.
do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the measles in the farthest
The
pen?
goal of these projects is to have no
This
more
way.
than 2
The
rounds
measles
of
are over
review.
here.
If it's pretty straightforward deliverable, 1 to 2 rounds max. If it exceeds 2 rounds, we need to take a look at why it's exceeding and review, and it really should not take more than 2 rounds. And
Couple
then
of
you
knees or
complete,
whiskers ought to get me a few
project
canuts at
project is
least.
close, and we move
Enough
on.
to buy
That's kinda how
something
we're
from
gonna try to
Honeyjukes.
expedite. Any questions here?
Stupid thing.
Okay. I'll move on. And just a reminder, your order of operations. Like, again, you guys know this.
Tuss peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
We'll review it in production.
Her name is Persephone.
Her name is Persephone. That's really not funny.
We should have all collected info about that task or product, whatever we're doing. You go through your cycles of Comp 1.
Let's go.
Review from either the creative director or art director, comp to the PM, from the designer, route through approvals. If the partner approves, then if it's either
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class.
They'll all have it.
Poachers in training.
Um,
Persephone was onto them
this
instantly.
is just kind of a reminder.
Thank you for your help. Let's carry on.
Most
Feed
of
and
you
brush
guys
the
know it,
measles,
but
just as you did with Gerald.
Okay, continue on. And now we're going to talk about the intake form. The intake form you guys saw last week, it's all currently living in the SharePoint site.
Her knees is
And
really
if you go there,
tipsy.
you'll find
They know a good egg when they see one.
beautiful resource that
As
we
do
have
I.
for us. You'll send your partners here.
It appears our time has come to an end.
Go to the link.
Please
and
close the
bookmark
pens
intake
and
form
see
if you need it
yourselves
for your
out.
own uses,
Now,
but again,
where is our new
We're
student?
curious to see how many people
there
are
you
using
are.
this SharePoint
I would like a
and how
moment, please.
partners adapt to using kind of this site. So please try to send your partners here for the
Hello,
list.
Professor.
We're going to try to
You wanted to speak with
capture
me?
some
I did.
analytics and visits and
How
see
did
this
you
is working
find your
out.
first beast lesson?
Both JV and Monica are big
It was
fans
wonderful.
of SharePoint.
I believe I'm really going to
and
enjoy
so
this class.
once we showed them
Good.
this, now they want
You
a
seem to
presentation on
understand
this
that
later
when
this week.
beasts
We'll
are
be
properly
running a
controlled,
presentation
they
on
can
SharePoint
play
for
a
them. But again,
vital role
please
in our
come to this
lives.
place for the
Some
form.
provide us with magically imbued
What is the purpose
materials,
of the
if
form?
cared for correctly,
You know, what's the
which
point of the
does
form? Why do
not
we need
include
one?
torturing them
Again,
for
it's intended
whiskers.
to collect information about a project.
Well
It
done,
really
by
puts,
the way.
like, the responsibility
Probably
of
best
the
to let
partner
me
think about the
handle it
request.
next
Sometimes they
time.
just give us
Yes,
the
Professor.
responsibility
They're
of-
nearly as
we
bad as
kinda
the
have to delve
savages
back and
in
forth to
Rookwood's
find out what
poacher
information
pack.
you still need from them. So
Sadly,
here, this
we're
is
the
just
ones
like
who suffer,
the opportunity
stumbling
to
over
capture
dead
that
beasts.
upfront rather than having to
Terrible
go after
waste
it.
of resources.
Surely
It
the
also
poachers
gives
can be
us an
brought to justice by
opportunity, like, to
someone.
pause and
The ministry,
let's read the
perhaps?
request, understand it, and determine the best step
optimistic
forward.
idea.
Sometimes the best step forward
Now,
is
why
providing
don't we
alternatives,
focus on more
or
immediate
actually
matters
commit to
that
the
we
request,
can
or
control?
it can be like, hey,
Professor
I see another
Weasley has
project that
asked
aligns
that
with
I
this.
prepare
Is
some
there
assignments
anywhere where we
designed to
can,
help you catch up
put two
to the
projects
other
together,
fifth years.
etc.
Be on the
form is
lookout for
also,
my
a new
owl.
opportunity to
Meanwhile,
formalize the
I
process.
also encourage
guys
you to
see
study
the
as
ITS
many
hub.
beasts
We
as
don't
you
get anything
can
done by
on your
ITS
own
unless we submit a
time.
ticket. This is kind of the same concept.
Over here.
We've never had this before, so it's kind of a more, obviously, a formal process. Just to give the partner.
Do you need
better
something, Poppy?
understanding that,
Thank you again for saying something
we
to those
will
brutes
get
so
to
that
your
I didn't
request.
have
We
to.
service the
You
entire
want augury
agency.
at noon in
Please
the
plan
desert.
accordingly.
I
It just,
certainly hope that's a
can't
good
stress
thing.
enough how much
It's
this
something my
formalizes
gran
the
and I
process,
say.
and I've gotten
It means that
two
something or someone
partners that
is a
have already
welcome
submitted
surprise.
last week.
At
They're
least
like,
that's
oh,
what we
this is
decided
so
it
official
meant.
now. Am
I couldn't
doing
stand
it
there and
right?
watch them harm the poor
So
thing.
We're of a
that's
similar
nice to hear,
mind.
'cause it
Actually,
seems that
in
that's the
light of
perception
that,
that they're getting.
there's someone I'd like you
And
to
like I said
meet.
before, any missing
in the forest.
information or incomplete forms will be returned. I've already
You've
returned 3
intrigued
of
me.
them, and I said, hey,
Very
I don't
well.
understand what
Lead
you're
the way.
requesting, so
I'd
please
hoped
get
I
clear
would.
on what you're requesting. I'm going to cancel your request. Please submit a new one in order to help you guys
I wouldn't
better
take just
gather the
anyone
information
there.
you need from the
In
get-go.
fact, you're the first.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
thank you. I
Um,
think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant
Is
surprise.
submitting an intake form, are they going to receive
like a confirmation email, or they
Quite
wanted
the weather
to
we're having,
be redirected
don't you
to like a
think?
confirmation page,
Poppy,
something that
where
like
are you taking
gives
me?
them the peace of
It
mind
really
that
is much
their
better
request
if I
has
just
been
show you.
submitted, or something that they can even reference back. Is that something that you guys
Don't
have
worry,
talked about?
we're nearly there.
Yes, yes.
It's
We
just
have
ahead.
unfortunately, because I actually tried to connect Outlook and Asana because there is an integration, but I'm blocked right now. So I'm trying to work that with ITS. But we did create what is it called? An email, so that we can reply to partners. So the goal is that we will reply to them right away. Hey, your request has been received. Thank you very much. Right now, I think they get like a screen that says, we'll get back to you if your request is approved or not. So 2 projects that came in last week were pretty hot, so I just directly messaged them, but they are going to get like a, hey, we confirmed that we've received and we're going to proceed with your request. So yeah. Okay, thank you. There was another question.
Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful.
No more questions?
You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them.
No? Okay, I'm going to move on. Okay, so more on the intake form. Again, I've already mentioned this form. It's intended for partners to initiate new requests. Typically for a single item deliverable, that may not be the case every time. They can request a new marketing campaign, and that's going to come in as like the initial request of what we need to get that started.
I knew it. I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody.
Already through the form, so that's really great. And then again, just reiterating, it's used for edits to existing items, reprints, whatever categories are in there. And we did modify this form a lot from the first time you guys saw it. It's a lot shorter. It has, depending on who you select, it has different questions for you. If at any point you guys feel that something's not clear or it needs editing, please let us know. We can edit it.
So, what did you think of Highwing?
It's not hard to do. And we took a lot of
I thought she was brilliant.
Partners that were
Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
For them,
Perhaps.
it was really good to.
Did you know
they
that
wanted
once
us
you
to
earn
keep the
hippogriff's
agency
trust,
goals,
they'll
because
always
they had
be there
deleted
for
it
you.
originally.
I've seen it firsthand with her.
For single
How exactly
item requests,
did
but they're
you
like,
and
oh, it really
Highwing
makes
cross
us think
paths?
about what we're
It's a
requesting and
longer
why
story,
we're doing it.
but I
So that was
rescued
really
her
good to
from
hear, so we
poachers a
kept
few
that on
years
there.
back.
So again,
Got
feel
her
free
to
to
safety
submit
and,
any
well, she was
feedback
fine until
that
recently.
you find
You
in the
may have
form or that your
noticed that
partners
poachers are something
share
of a
with you as
problem in
well.
the area, so I worry they could get her again.
When
And
not
I
to
might
use
not
the
be there
intake
next
form.
time.
So,
Professor Howard
for
mentioned
now,
the poachers
since
as
we're already
well.
going through this
She
transition,
seemed
if
to
you're
imply
already
that we
working
couldn't
with a
rely on the
partner
ministry to
and you
help.
have multiple
I
jobs
don't
that need
often
to be
agree
open,
with
don't
Professor
submit a form.
Howin, but
Please
on
use the
that, I
Asana
fear
templates,
she's
and I'm going
right.
to show you where you're
The
going to find
poachers'
those
influence
a little
is
bit later.
growing. I see them every day in the
If you're
village,
working on a
lingering,
large
talking to
marketing,
people.
if you're already
They're
working
up
on
to
a marketing
something.
campaign
I'm just
and
not
you
sure
have,
what.
some tactical elements that are going to be, some deliverables that are going to be there, please use the templates. You don't have to submit via the
That
form.
does seem strange.
That's really,
Sounds
again,
as
just
if they're
meant for
planning
partners.
something.
Exactly.
If you have a
I
project
think I'm
that
going
comes
to
in
look
like
into
that
it.
has multiple
Find
requests,
out
like I
what's going
mentioned
on,
before.
what they're doing.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea. The poachers seem a dangerous lot.
They don't scare me. Besides, I'd do anything to keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
see ahead of time how bored I'd be in divination class.
Knowledgeable.
What do we have here?
I hope those assignments
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
I honestly don't know, Professor.
At times, the future is murky to us all. As with rippling water, one must wait for things to settle before the reflection becomes clear. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things. Channel your magic towards your targets. You have it! Now! Practice the new spell on the train.
Descender!
Excellent! I think you have it.
Levioso! Descendo!
At some point, you must stop preparing and put your newly honed skills to the test.
Revelio. Lumos.
Historically speaking,
Revelio. Accio. Lumos. Lumos.
Back from your latest flight? I want to hear all the particulars.
Good news, Mr. Weeks. With your upgrade, I was able to set a new record at the Irondale course.
Brilliant! I knew the upgrade had fantastic potential. How did your broom feel?
It rides well. Does get a tad shaky at top speed, and the handle wobbles a bit when I hit a strong gust of wind.
Ah, yes. I see. I think I know how to address that. Thank you. I owe you one.
If it means another upgrade, the pleasure's all mine.
You sound as determined as I am to improve broom flight. It's a joy to have a collaborator like yourself. If I'm right, and I do hope I am, you'll be hearing good news from me soon. Thank you again, truly.
Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Hope you have a magical day.
Revelio.
Anyone think you had an affliction?
Revelio. Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Depulso. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Mine now, demiguys. do we have here? A demiguise. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. 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 Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Depulso. Revelio.
Well, hello there. Come in, look around, and if you've been eating chocolate frogs, please refrain from touching.
Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio.
Hello there. Nice to see you.
Hello, Miss Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Serona, please. And I was happy to help. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too. You were speaking to a goblin here that day?
Yes, Lodgok. He's a friend.
It seems as though you were on good terms with him.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now?
We are. Hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months ago. But he recognized me instantly, which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists. Lodgok is as worried as the rest of us about what's been going on.
In that case, I'd like to talk with him, about Ranrock in particular. Where might I find him?
I assume your interest is to do with the rumors I've heard about Ranrock working with our friend Rookwood.
It is.
If he's not here, you might find him doing business at the Hog's Head. He's a trusted metal trader. You should mention that we spoke. He can, understandably, be wary of witches and wizards, even ones as young as you. That said, if you're looking for information on Ranrock to help rein him in, you'll find an ally in Lodgok.
You seemed unfazed by Rookwood and Harlow the other day. They don't scare you.
They're bullies. Plain and simple. Never tolerated them in my own life, and certainly won't tolerate them going after my friends. Don't misunderstand me. They're dangerous wizards and shouldn't be trifled with. They should, however, be confronted and reminded, whenever possible, that the rest of us have each other's backs.
Have you heard what Ranrock and Rookwood are working on together?
Not much more than the fact that they seem to have some sort of uneasy alliance. Friendship between wizards and goblins is rare enough, but between those two, They each want something the other has. I can guarantee it. That said, I fear they're like a two-headed serpent. Both will need to be taken down to stop whatever scheme they've been plotting.
Thank you, Sirona.
If you find Lord Gog, please give him my best. I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies, but please, watch your back.
Revelio.
I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Not to worry. I like baking.
Hello. Good to see you outside the castle.
I don't want
You
to be
too,
associated
Amit.
with any squibs.
I thought that headmaster would ensure there'd be no mucking at Hogwarts. But it seems he's too spineless to stand up to the ministry.
Welcome to the Og's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
Hello, Lord Gok. Sirona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Sirona trusts me, and she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Sirona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
If I retrieve the relic, how do I know you'll tell me the truth about what Ranrock says?
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's tomb.
Revelio. I'm ready.
Good. There's no time to lose.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Urtgott. The witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind see things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today. And there it is, the witch's tomb.
Dreadful looking place, isn't it?
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any questions?
Don't suppose you have any idea what could be waiting for me inside the tomb?
Considering a Dark Witch was involved, I suppose there's a chance you may encounter the Dark Protectors, known as Inferi. The foul creatures thrive on darkness and the cold. Vanquish them with light, force, and, most effectively, fire.
It seems Ranrock and Rookwood are conspiring. Why would that be?
I had heard this. When the dark-hearted conspire, they seldom make their full intentions clear to one another. I can only speculate, but I imagine their alliance is uneasy and quite fragile. Let us hope that ours is less so.
What about this helmet makes it so special?
The helmet of Urtkot is an ancient and storied relic, forged during a time of unity among the goblin clans. It inspired greatness, that is, until it was no longer ours. Then it became something else. A symbol of what has been lost, of all that wizard kind has taken from us. Reclaiming it would mean a great deal to goblin kind, and to Ranrock. He would be grateful to me should I return it.
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck. I will remain here, eagerly awaiting your return. Please, be careful.
Revelio. It's sealed. Moths. Curious. Lumos. Merlin's beard. This can't be the witch's tomb. Likely I need to go further. Lumos. Depulso. Lumos. I have a feeling I'm not alone here. Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Defendo!
These inferior, horrible. Incendio. Confringo. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Defendo. Confringo.